Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. After a millennia, we're finally back here in Cryptid Combat. I've made it through the forest. I've made it through the dark days. I've managed to find an internet connection, and here we have one of the most anticipated bouts in this, in this round.
In this bracket. In the beginning bracket. The Jersey Devil versus the Chupacabra. And I will say I'm very... Okay. I did a whole video of my own about the Chupacabra. And I'm very happy that you used something that looks like that rather than what most people believe the Chupacabra to be. I was talking to him just before this fight. He's currently backstage right now, but I was talking to him just before the fight about, the publicity that this guy's been getting and how people think he's a diseased dog nowadays. And I don't exactly know where that came from, and he doesn't either. He thinks it was something that the Bigfoot kind of put out there, but we'll have to see how he does in the ring.
Yeah, and we'll get into it. And obviously now that you've done more research, I'll probably link your channel or something, but we can talk more about it. You've done more research on some of these competitors since last time. But Chupacabra is one of those ones where I think it's literally described in very different ways, and there's it's one of those ones where we don't have a consistent explanation of what it's supposed to look like.
I always go back to his OG way he looked originally from Puerto Rico. That's where he's originally from, down in Puerto Rico. This guy, he's been all around. South Texas is kind of where he's made his home now too, but he originally started in Puerto Rico. It's where he kind of cut his teeth in the ring of being a cryptid, and so his original appearances is always the ones I quote.
1995. That's pretty recent, actually. That's the first report that I have on this, on my limited bio information I did. Either way, this is the bracket. You can see Sasquatch and Flatwoods Monster both defeated their opponents. The Mothman and the Dogman destroyed their opponents, and we've continued that trend as the Thunderbird and the Lizardman. We have not had very many close matchups, so hopefully we'll get things a little, we'll get a bit of a barn burner here, a bit of an actual competitive match. You can see the Jersey Devil Chupacabra match we have today, and then next week the Wendigo will face a wild card who will be announced at the end of this episode.
I'm quite excited to see who the wild card is, because I don't know who the wild card is.
Now, if we look in the history, our wild cards, we have two. There's three of them. Drop Bear is not notated. They have not had a great record. So, wild cards are certainly... I mean, there's a reason they weren't in the original ranking. But they're getting an opportunity. The Jersey Devil. Jersey Devil is one of my favorites. I've always loved the Jersey Devil. Let me rephrase that. I do not love the Jersey Devil because the Jersey Devil is an heir of Satan. I like the idea of the Jersey Devil. I think it's a cool story. But I need to make sure I'm not blasphemous here.
He's also just kind of a jerk, just in general. Trying to talk to these fighters before they go up for their bouts. He's been one of the most difficult ones, not only just to pin down, but to get any sort of substantive conversation out of. He's very aloof. He doesn't really care to be here. I don't know. He just seems like he's too full of himself, and I've never seen him personally in the ring, so we'll see how he plays tonight.
I understand you had to wear noise canceling earmuffs in order to get near him because of the screeching, and
there seems to be some, I don't know, some screech that just ominously follows him around 24/7. It's like he's playing it on a JBL speaker out of his back pocket or something. I'm not sure.
So man, I forgot. I don't know who put these slides together.
Dang, gum, this slide guy. We hired a new one, and apparently he's no better than the last one.
He had 6 weeks 10 weeks to put this crap together and fix this up. This is what we got. All right, strengths. We have fast and agile, flight, we have no description on flight. We can kind of put together what that means, but like it would be nice to have something. And then we have the shriek, which we mentioned before, which has been notated to be loud.
That's it. It's just loud.
Yeah. And weaknesses is he's not overly physically powerful. He's not a tank.
But I mean, both of these guys are more or less featherweights getting into the ring.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's not, if this would be a bad matchup, or weakness would be notable against a Sasquatch, but against the Jersey Devil, it's not really a weakness. It's more of like we're probably evening out here on the physical stats. Or I meant the Chupacabra. Speaking of the Chupacabra, like I said here, it first reported in Puerto Rico in 1995. It's drains. I always remember hearing it drain the blood of like the cows and stuff. Despite its size, so it's mentioned it's a smaller creature. I skipped the slide, but I'll let you, if you have anything else you want to know about the Chupacabra. Actually, let's go back. I don't want to spoil the stats. I want to let you you said you just did a video on this.
The Chupacabra, he's been kind of my day one. Aside from Sasquatch and the Loch Ness Monster, I think that the Chupacabra was my first cryptid interest. And I think I even did a presentation on him in like grade 3 or something like that. It was a long time ago. I have to call my mom about that one. But yeah, he's been my day one, and it always bugged me, even from when I was a kid, hearing that people were given, essentially all of his credentials to mangy coyotes. Yeah. It's quite upsetting for a Chupacabra fan, and I am biased going into this as well. The Chupacabra, he's just always been such a great guy, a standout guy. I've been to his house a couple of times. I've met his wife and kids. They're all good. You do have to kind of watch your neck around them a little bit, because they do exsanguinate their victims entirely. All of the victims of the Chupacabra have no blood in them. That's kind of the telltale sign that you've been visited by a Chupacabra. However, all that to say,
you're gonna
comparing him. What's that?
I said you're probably gonna know that the Chupacabra got you at some point.
Yeah, you'll figure it out eventually. But these guys have been known to be quick, and I don't know if you put it on here, but there is a story from Puerto Rico of a bunch of farmers actually taking pot shots at a Chupacabra, and it just ate the bullets and kept going.
Whoa, okay, that's interesting. I didn't put it on here, but of course I don't make the slides. And would you believe it that our slide guy has not added that info or pretty much anything of substance here?
We're gonna have to get another slide guy. That would make our third slide guy.
So, the strengths, we have very quick, and then ambush, sneaks up and takes out prey. Why do we have the takes capitalized for some reason? And
he's been known just to throw capital letters.
Vampire? Question mark? I mean,
potentially.
So I'm gonna let you read the weaknesses, especially because some of it contradicts with what you just mentioned, at least a little bit.
So small, not overly imposing or strong, and I wouldn't necessarily consider him, small. I guess it just, his legend kind of makes him seem taller in person, but he's not overly strong or imposing, and the frail body can't tank a lot of damage. Now you have to put into perspective. The Jersey Devil doesn't have any projectile weapons. It's all hoof, horn. It's a piercing weapon, and it's going to have some power behind it from a physical being. Not like a bullet. Bullets, they're piercing weapons, but it's from afar. And if you've got the right texture of skin, this is what he told me, apparently you can do it. And apparently there's a way to get that skin texture. And it's just, you start off with airsoft guns, you work your way up to pellet guns, and then 22, and then eventually you'll get to 9mm, 45, that sort of thing. And he's been in the gym, so I've seen a lot of empty shell casings around, so we'll have to see.
So you're saying that, like, Chupacabra clearly will be able to tank, we'll probably be able to tank gunshots from Eduardo in Puerto Rico, but he's probably not it's a little bit of a different story when you're talking about the weapons the Jersey Devil possesses.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, like the hooves and the horns. I mean, it's in the name, Jersey Devil. He might have some sort of aura or energy around the horns or the hooves that amplifies an impact, like a Black Flash from Jujutsu Kaisen. Not sponsored.
Speaking of, I forgot to mention. Not speaking of, because I'm not talking about Jujutsu Kaisen or sponsors. That was a poor choice of words. Chupacabra. I have the stats here that our slide guy refuses to actually put on the on the slides. Chupacabra is estimated at only 3 foot in height with a weight of 60 pounds. From this information, with needle-like teeth, spines, and then in comparison, the Jersey Devil is estimated at a height of exactly 5'8", so they're both short kings here, with a weight of 150 pounds. So obviously there is a size advantage for the Jersey Devil, and I would argue that's pretty significant. But they're both, like we talked about, we're in the lightweight class.
Jersey Devil, he's got the reach, but I don't know if he's got the staying power. Or whoa, that's where they come from.
Oh yeah. Oh crap. Whoa. This is where they are. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
So Jersey Devil's from New Jersey, and Chupacabra is from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and if there's anything we know about New Jersey, Napoleon Bonaparte's brother was one of the first notable people to meet up with the Jersey Devil.
Yes,
and apparently
he hit him with a cannon.
Yeah, and apparently their meeting didn't go according to plan, I guess, for either party. So it did resort to fisticuffs, but the Jersey Devil got away, and somehow that Frenchman slipped away as well. So,
and that shortly after, France stopped being. I don't know
cool.
Where I was going with that. I was like, that was the last cool thing anybody who is French has ever done, is shoot a cannon at the Jersey Devil.
Yeah,
I think it was I think the Jersey Devil actually specifically put a curse on France. But I can't believe I forgot that. That was that's my favorite tidbit. That's my favorite fun fact about the Jersey Devil, and somehow we got this far in the slide without me mentioning it. So, I have truly failed as a host here. But we're gonna move on. All right, Jersey Devil, Chupacabra. One of them has to lose, unfortunately, in the first round. However, at least we have a really good first round matchup for once. One that hopefully will be competitive. Let's get into it. The desolate ranch land. Let's clarify. We're in the Chupacabra's home field. The desolate ranch land gives the Chupacabra shadows to stalk through. Its needle-like teeth and ambush tactics find success in quick strikes at livestock-sized prey. However, against the larger, winged Jersey Devil, its fragile body cannot capitalize. That's a weird way to phrase that. Once spotted, the Jersey Devil shrieks overhead, disrupting the Chupacabra's stealth with sheer terror. So he shrieks so loud that the Chupacabra the stealth turns off and he's visible now. With aerial dives and slashing claws, the Devil withstands small puncture wounds and grinds down its smaller foe. Chupacabra's precision fails to overcome its glaring size disadvantage. So the round one goes to the Jersey Devil. I didn't see a kill there notated, but you know what? I think I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Make some assumptions here. Jersey Devil home field in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. The tangled pine barrens provide cover, but this time for the Jersey Devil. Familiar with the twisted woods, it weaves between trees, swooping unpredictably. Its shrieks rattle through the night, paralyzing prey with fear. The Chupacabra darts low and fast, trying to beat its opponent with surgical strikes, but the terrain hinders its speed compared to the Devil's flight pathing. The Jersey Devil capitalizes, using high ground swoops and brutal claw strikes to dominate. Here the Devil is a terror in its element, overwhelming the small predator almost completely. Alright. Well, I will say we're not having dominations like on the same spectrum, but unfortunately we're already at a victory. But we still have to find out how round 3 goes. Maybe the Chupacabra can get a moral victory here. On neutral ground, both cryptids clash with raw attributes. I thought that was halfway through the sentence. All right. The Chupacabra's speed is maximized, weaving in low and striking with puncture precision. In closer bouts, it drains blood and causes surprising damage, but each successful attack comes at the cost of being knocked away by the Devil's claws and moves. Fear effects loom. While many Chupacabras resist intimidation, the Jersey Devil's chaotic aerial movement forces mistakes. In the end, the Devil ekes out more wins by attrition, proving size and mobility outweigh surgical lethality. All right, so it's kind of explaining it, not how I want it to. It's explaining it. Like as if tallying all the bouts instead of like I would prefer it to actually just summarize like this is one example of the bout. But so the technology is rebelling against us already. But it's Jersey Devil 1. Look at him. Do you see? That's actual footage of the Jersey Devil swooping through the Pine Barrens before landing a claw strike with its hoof.
Dang, he quick.
Yeah. However, if we look at the stats here, we're a lot closer. We at least have wins for the Chupacabra, which is better than the last few fights. Chupacabra winning.
Fresno Nightcrawler.
Chupacabra won almost a third of the bouts. Jersey Devil winning 68% of total bouts. Still a sweep, but, you know, the Jersey Devil had to put some legwork in it, and there was some times where the Chupacabra was able to find a victory.
Yeah, the Chupacabra, and, you know, we've said it about the wild cards, and, I mean, even like Fresno Nightcrawler and stuff like that. They didn't have to go to round 3. None of them had to go to round 3. They all could have just, you know, taken it on the chin and gone home at the end of 2 rounds. We know who's going to win. But look, all these fighters wanted to stay in for the total 3 rounds, and we really have to appreciate and applaud them for that.
Absolutely. I mean, imagine getting killed, what is this, 66, 80 times. So we're into like the, you know, we're almost 200 deaths already, and you decide, you know what, let me keep trying. But with that being said, it's still pretty one-sided. The Jersey Devil wins. I need a drink.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. All right. Next time, the Wendigo will face a wild card, a mysterious opponent. This Wendigo picture is like 240p.
Yeah. Is that going to be his fighter card?
I think so. I think that's official.
Oh man, so
that's what he submitted.
PR help.
Yeah, his.
Oh yeah, man,
his agent is also
an agent, does he?
So.
Oh. Yeah, it all makes a lot more sense.
But the wild card will be the Ahul.
The Ahul.
I think it's. Let me look. Get you some brief background info so we can actually hype this fight. The Ahul.
The Ahul.
It's from Indonesia. It's a giant bat, which honestly that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's an Indonesian cryptid. We got some representation that wasn't from North America for once in here.
Yeah, and the Wendigo. I mean, we're seeing it again. The flight versus walking path.
The flight usually has won. Although the Wendigo is the second seed going against the, you know, maybe I think we still have to favor the Wendigo in this matchup, but maybe we could be surprised. The flight has usually led to the advantage.
Naturally, I'm gonna favor the Wendigo. Also, you know, this picture, pretty good depiction of a Wendigo. Just being serious now.
No antlers.
Wendigo do not have antlers. They do not. Wendigo also typically do not talk. So getting a pre-fight interview from the Wendigo is gonna be difficult. I have a question for you before we wrap this up though. This is about the Ahul though. So The Ahul it's a giant bat, basically. You said, right?
Yep.
So, with that being said, why have there never been flightless bats?
I don't.
And why
I
have
don't
bats never gone to the water like a penguin?
That's an
Anyways,
interesting
next time, the Wendigo versus the Ahul.
Yeah. Anyways,
The Wendigo.
that's really interesting, buddy. Anyways, all right. Next time the Wendigo will face off against the Ahul to finalize the first round of the tournament. Will the Wendigo win like it's supposed to, or will we finally have a wild card get an upset?
That would be crazy. Put all of your money on the Wendigo. All of it.
Yeah, look, guys, don't. The Wendigo's gonna win. All right. It's a bunch of crap.